Welcome to this new series of videos on the CADAC statistical form. My name is David, and in this video we will cover how to complete the statistical form online. After watching this video, you will be able to navigate and complete the statistical form online. Before starting on this task, you should have a user account and have access to at least one organization. If you do not have access to CADAC, please refer to the first series of videos and other training material available on the cadac.ca training page. Now let's go over the key items that will be covered in this video. When applying for or receiving core funding, arts organizations must also complete their statistical forms. This video will help make sense of this process. The key items we will cover in this video are understanding the statistical form structure, how to access statistical forms, how to complete the form directly in CADAC, how to access the statistical form submission history, and finally, how to view and understand the various form statuses. Let's start by going over the statistical form structure. The statistical form consists of 8 parts. The public activity, which summarizes all public performances and literary readings, exhibitions, film, video, and media screenings, and community arts activities. The public attendance and participation section captures the different ways in which the public engages and participates, as well as attendances to public activity recorded in the first section. The digital data section summarizes any activities conducted through digital platforms. The new works section is for an overview of any new works presented or exhibited by the arts organization. This next section is specific to arts service organizations, and it is used to summarize an arts organization's involvement with professional development. For example, the number of publications, newsletters, professional development activities, and etc. Under the arts education activities section, arts organizations can capture the different ways in which an organization provides programming and activities to various groups such as adults or all ages, children, youth, teachers and curriculum, and arts professionals. The other section is used to summarize an arts organization's artist-run centers and artists in residence. And finally, the last section is to record statistics on artists, staff, including full-time equivalents and positions, and volunteers, including board members. Now let's navigate to the Financial and Statistical Forms page. From the home page, click on Organizations in the top menu. On the Organizations page, open the Actions drop-down menu for your organization and click on Financial and Statistical Forms. You will be redirected to the Financial and Statistical Forms page. There are 2 ways to enter statistical data in CADAC. You can export a form to Excel, enter data, save the file on your desktop, and upload it back to CADAC. Or you can also enter data directly into CADAC using the online form. In this video, we will only cover how to complete the form online. For instructions on completing the form using the Excel document, please refer to the next video in this series. From the Financial and Statistical Forms page, you can view or edit existing forms by clicking on the Edit or View buttons. To complete a form for a new fiscal year, click on the New button. The statistical form for a maximum of 3 years will appear. The fiscal year that you chose will appear in the middle column. If at any point you need more information about certain lines, you can view line definitions by clicking on the Statistical Form Line Definitions link at the top of the form. To complete the form, enter all applicable information directly into the form. Throughout the whole form, you can add notes to any line to give more information about your entry. To add a comment, simply click on the blue envelope for the appropriate line. You can adjust the size of the box by using the bottom right corner, and you can enter up to 500 characters. When you are done, click on Save. Unlike the financial form, the statistical form contains lines that are linked. For example, I entered data on line 1110 for the number of public performances produced by my organization. However, I did not enter any data for the attendance at those public performances on line 1510. Since these two lines are linked, data needs to be recorded on both lines. If you have an error in the form like this one, the system will let you know when submitting. You can then make the correction and resubmit. If the system asks you to add value on a line where you have nothing to report, you can simply enter a 0. For a full list of correlations between lines, please refer to the support documents on the catac.ca training page. You can also use the Save button to create a draft to come back to and submit later. To view the submission history, click on the Revisions button. On this page, you will be able to see every submission with a timestamp and the name of the person who made the submission. Lines that went up in value will be shown in green, and lines that went down in value will be shown in red. Now let's go over the various statuses of the statistical form. Unlike the financial form, the statistical form can only have one of 3 statuses. Since there is no way for CADAC to validate the statistical entries, we do not reconcile the statistical form. A new status indicates that an organization has not yet started working on completing that year's form. A draft status means that a user has started working on a form and saved it, but has not yet submitted the form. CADAC staff and funders cannot see drafts. Once an organization is done working on their statistical entries, they can submit the form. This makes it visible to CADAC staff and funders. You could always make changes if needed and submit the form again. Each submission overwrites the previous one. You now understand how to complete the statistical form online. You could also watch our next video to learn how to complete the statistical form using the Excel document. You can find more training videos like this one and other support documents on the catac.ca training page.